Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Your brain is designed to produce negative thoughts. For 200,000 years, humans who worried survived. The optimist who ignored the rustling bush got eaten by a tiger. The pessimist who assumed danger lived to pass on their genes. Psychologists call this the negativity bias. Your brain is literally wired to focus on threats, problems, and worst-case scenarios. It's not a flaw. It's a feature. But it's a feature designed for a world that no longer exists. In ancient times, you might face 3 or 4 real threats per day. Today, your brain processes that as 300 threats. Work deadlines, social media comparisons, news alerts, text messages left on read. And here's where it gets worse. Negative thoughts create more negative thoughts. Neuroscientist Thich Nhat Hanh calls this Velcro for negative experiences, Teflon for positive ones. Your brain holds onto negativity like a clenched fist, while positive moments slip away like sand. So, how did the Buddha beat a system that's hardwired into human neurology? He didn't. He did something far more clever. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Zen master who brought mindfulness to the West, taught a technique so simple it sounds absurd. When a negative thought arises, you simply say, "That's it." You acknowledge it, like greeting an old acquaintance on the street. Most people do one of 2 things with negative thoughts. They either fight them, which creates tension, or they become them, which creates suffering. Fighting creates what psychologists call paradoxical effort. Ever try to force yourself not to think about a white elephant? Congratulations, you just thought about a white elephant 17 times. Becoming the thought is even worse. "I'm worthless" stops being a thought and becomes your identity. But recognition without identification creates space. You're not fighting the thought. You're not becoming the thought. You're observing the thought. The Buddha called this sati mindfulness, the ability to see what's happening in your mind without drowning in it. In 2011, Harvard neuroscientist Sarah Lazar discovered something remarkable. Just 8 weeks of mindfulness practice physically changed the brain. The amygdala, your fear center, actually shrank. The hippocampus, responsible for learning and emotional regulation, grew. Recognition doesn't suppress negative thoughts. It literally rewires your brain's response to them. But recognition alone isn't enough when your mind is in freefall. When anxiety is crushing your chest. When that 3 a.m. spiral has you in its grip. This is where the Buddha's second weapon comes in. And it's been hiding in plain sight your entire life. Your breath. Thich Nhat Hanh taught what he called the 3 conscious breaths technique. When negative thoughts arise, you do this. Breath 1. Inhale slowly for 4 counts. Say internally, "Breathing in, I know I am breathing in." Breath 2. Exhale for 6 counts. Say internally, "Breathing out, I know I am breathing out." Breath 3. Natural breathing. Say internally, "I am present in this moment. I am safe right now." That's it. 15 seconds. But here's why it's devastatingly effective. When you're stuck in negative thought loops, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. This triggers your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight mode. Your brain interprets shallow breathing as danger, which creates more negative thoughts. It's a vicious cycle. Negative thoughts create stress breathing. Stress breathing creates more negative thoughts. But conscious breathing does something incredible. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest mode. It sends a signal to your amygdala. We're safe. Stand down. In 2017, Stanford researchers found that controlled breathing directly influences the brain region that controls emotion and attention. Not through some mystical energy, through direct neural pathways. The Buddha didn't know about neuroscience, but he understood something profound. You can't always control your thoughts, but you can always control your breath. And your breath controls your thoughts. Now we come to the most powerful technique, the one that changes everything. It's called labeling and releasing, and it comes from